Welcome to Petaflick. In this video, we will understand below features of Python in detail. Platform independence, dynamically typed. Let's understand the feature platform independence. Platform means the underlying operating system installed in the machine using which a software application can be installed and used by the user. The machine can be a computer, laptop, etc. When we consider general laptops or desktop computers, mostly two operating systems are installed. One is Windows and the other is the Unix operating system. Unix operating system is also called as Linux operating system. When we consider Apple laptops, Mac OS is the platform. When a software application is developed specifically to run on Windows, then we cannot install the specific software either in Linux operating system or in Mac operating system. Similarly, the software application developed only for the Linux operating system cannot be installed in Mac operating system or Windows operating system. Similarly, the software application developed for the Mac operating system cannot be installed in Linux operating system or Windows operating system. These kind of software applications developed to run only on a specific platform are called as platform dependent applications. Keeping all these various platforms in mind, Python Software Foundation wanted Python to run on all the different platforms available. To make Python available in all these different platforms, Python Software Foundation came up with a special platform independent architecture to ensure Python runs in all the operating systems without any issues. Let's understand the architecture developed for Python. Python Software Foundation developed multiple software called Python virtual machines compatible for each operating system. For example, a separate Python virtual machine software is developed for Windows operating system. A separate Python virtual machine software is developed for Linux operating system. A separate Python virtual machine software is developed for Mac operating system. Each Python virtual machine software is dependent on the respective operating system. This means the Python virtual machine software developed for Windows will not work on the Linux operating system and Mac operating system. The Python virtual machine software developed for Linux will not work on Windows operating system and Mac operating system. The Python virtual machine software developed for Mac operating system will not work on Windows operating system and Linux operating system. We can say that Python virtual machine software is a platform dependent software. On top of the Python virtual machine software, another software called Python interpreter was developed. Only one version of Python interpreter software was developed to communicate with all the different Python virtual machine softwares. We can say that Python interpreter software is a platform independent software. Let's understand how a Python program is executed using this architecture. The programmer writes the program and submits the program for execution to the computer. The Python interpreter software takes line by line and converts the high-level Python program to low-level bytecode and send the bytecode to the Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine converts the bytecode received from Python interpreter to instructions understandable by the underlying operating system and machine hardware. Finally, the output of the program will be returned back to the programmer. Let's understand how to download the Python software according to our computer platform. To install Python, the user must go to the website www.python.org. From the website, we need to go to Downloads page. The user must select the platform on which Python installation should happen. Based on the platform selected, the Python software will be downloaded along with the Python interpreter and selected platform compatible Python virtual machine. User can install the Python software on the desired platform. Please note that if the user downloads Windows compatible Python software and try to install the software on Linux machine or a Mac machine, the installation will fail. Similarly, the Linux compatible Python software cannot be installed on Windows machine or Mac machine. Similarly, The Mac operating system compatible Python software cannot be installed on Windows machine or Linux machine. Due to multiple platform support by Python, the Python programs developed in Windows operating system machine can run successfully without any changes to the program in Linux operating system machine and Mac operating system machine. Similarly, the Python programs developed in Linux operating system machine can run without any issues in Windows machine and Mac machine without any changes. Similarly, the Python programs developed in Mac operating machine can run without any issues in Windows machine and Linux machine without any changes. As Python program can run on multiple platforms without any changes in the program, Python is called as platform independent. I hope you got a good understanding of why Python is called as platform independent. Let's understand the feature dynamically typed. To understand dynamically typed, you should understand some basics of different types of data and what is a data type and how the data is stored in the memory. I will explain you from the basic. There are multiple types of data available in the real world. Text data, integers, floating values, date values, timestamp values. Integer values are the numbers without decimal point values. Floating values are the numbers with decimal point values. Let's understand how to store values in the memory through a program in other programming languages like C, C++, and Java. Every value occupies some amount of storage in the memory based on the size of data. For example, the value 10 takes 1 byte of memory. The value 20.67 takes 2 bytes of memory. The value hello world takes 4 bytes of memory. Let's say we have a requirement to store these three values in the computer memory through a program. To store these three values in the memory, some storage needs to be allocated for these values. Each value occupies different amount of storage in the memory based on the size of data. For the purpose of understanding and storing different types of data in the memory through the program, a special program was developed for each variety of data available in the real world during the development of each programming language. These special programs are called as data types. Int is the data type which can understand only integers. Integers means the numbers without decimal points. Float is the data type which can understand only floating values. Floating values means the numbers with decimal point values. String is the data type which can understand only string values. String values means text values. The data type program takes care of instructing the computer to assign specific amount of storage for storing the values in the memory. Let's understand how the data is stored in the memory through the programs. To store the values in the memory through the program, a concept called variables is available in every programming language. In other programming languages like C, C++, Java, etc., variables are declared using the below syntax. Int a equal to 10. Int is the data type, a is the variable name, equal to is the assignment operator, 10 is the value we want to store in the memory. Similarly, float b equal to 20.67. Float is the data type, b is the variable name, equal to is the assignment operator, 20.67 is the value to be stored in the memory. Similarly, string c equal to hello world. String is the data type, c is the variable name, equal to the assignment operator, hello world is the value to be stored in the memory. The memory is designed in such a way that when any value is stored in the memory, a unique number is assigned to the stored value. Using this unique value, the value stored in the memory can be read from the memory whenever is required. This unique number assigned to the value is called memory address. The memory address of each value is stored back in the memory with the variable name. When the variable name is called in the program as part of any logic, the program gets the memory address stored in the variables and get the value stored in the memory at the specified memory address. The name of the variable is decided by the programmer. Let's understand with some examples how the values are stored in the memory using variables through a program. Let's consider we need to store three values in the memory through a program. Int a equal to 10, float b equal to 20.67, string c equal to hello world. When we declare the variable int a equal to 10, the value 10 is stored in the memory. The memory returns the memory address of the value 10. The memory address of 10 is stored again in the memory using the variable name A. When we declare the variable float b equal to 20.67, the value 20.67 is stored in the memory. The memory returns the memory address of the value 20.67. The memory address of 20.67 is stored again in the memory using the variable name b. When we declare the variable string c equal to hello world, the value hello world is stored in the memory. The memory returns the memory address of the value hello world. The memory address of hello world is stored again in the memory using the variable name c. Let's understand how the program read the value of the variable from the memory. When we use the variable a, b and c in the program as part of any logics, the program first get the memory address stored by the variables, and based on the memory address, the value stored at the specific memory address will be read from the memory. The program replaces the variable name with the actual values fetched from the memory and use the actual values to apply the logics. Let's understand the limitation of storing values in the variables in other programming languages. Once a variable is created with a specific data type, we can store different values in the variables, but the values must be of the same data type as the variable type. For example, the variable a is storing the value 10 currently. As the data type of the variable a is int, we can store any new values of integer type in the a variable like 100, 150, etc. But we cannot store the values of other data type like 20.67 or hello world. Similarly, the variable b is storing the value 20.67 currently. As the data type of b is float, we can store any new floating values in the b variable like 40.67, but we cannot store the values of other data type like 10, hello world. Similarly, the variable c is storing the value hello world currently. As the data type of variable c is string, we can store any new text values in the variable c like how are you, but we cannot store the values of other data type like 100. This kind of restriction is applicable in the programming languages like C, C++, Java, etc. when we try to store different types of data in the same variable within a program. In Python, the restriction of storing different types of data in a same variable is removed. To store values in Python program, we need not to mention the data type of the variable during the declaration of the variable in the program. Based on the value assigned to the variable, Python automatically selects the data type for the variable based on the value provided. In Python, we have a flexibility to store the data of different data types in the same variable within same program without any restriction irrespective of the type of value stored initially. Let's understand this concept with a simple example. Let's consider we declared a variable a in the program with the value 10, a equal to 10. Python automatically detects the data type of the value 10 as integer. A specific amount of memory for storing the value 10 is allocated and the value is stored in the memory. The memory address of the value 10 is stored back in the variable a. At this point, when the program looks for the value of a in the memory, the program gets the value as 10. In the same program, let's say we assigned a new value 20.67 to the variable a. What happens? Python automatically detects the data type of the value 20.67 as float data type. A new memory location is allocated with sufficient storage to store the value 20.67. The memory address of value 10, which was already stored in the variable a, will be deleted and the new memory address of the value 20.67 will be stored in the variable a. After storing the new memory address in the variable a, when we reference the variable a in the program, we get the value 20.67, not the previous value 10. Similarly, let's say in the same program, we assigned a new value hello world to the variable a. What happens? Python automatically detects the data type of the value hello world as string data type. A new memory location is allocated with sufficient storage to store the value hello world. The memory address of value 20.67, which was already stored in the variable A, will be deleted, and the new memory address of the value hello world will be stored in the variable A. After storing the new memory address in the variable A, when the program looks for the value of A in the memory, the program gets the value of A as hello world, not the previous value 20.67. Similarly, let's say we have assigned a new value 2024-10-09 to the variable A. What happens? Python automatically detects the data type of the value 2024-10-09 as date data type. A new memory location is allocated with sufficient storage to store the date value 2024-10-09. The memory address of the value hello world, which was already stored in the variable A, will be deleted, and the new memory address of the value 2024-10-09 will be stored in the variable A. After storing the new memory address in the variable, when the program looks for the value of A in the memory, the program gets the value of A as 2024-10-09, not the previous value hello world. As we can store multiple types of data dynamically in a variable without any restriction, Python is called as dynamically typed language. I hope you have a good understanding now why Python is called as dynamically typed language. Thank you for watching this video. If you are happy with the learning in this video, please like and share this video to your friends and relatives who need this learning. Do not forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on our upcoming videos.